Kaizer Chiefs lost to Golden Arrows 0-1. Hey, I was hurt. I am hurt. I'm still hurt. So we'll look at what went wrong and how Kaizer Chiefs can fix that thing. So yeah, and we'll be looking some other potential position that Kaizer Chiefs should look for new players. Yeah, as usual, Buffett, so let's just jump straight into the video together.
Welcome to the Amakosi Stand podcast, your premier destination for deep analysis and the latest updates on the beautiful game, where every kick tells a story.
Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Amakosi Stand podcast. This is where ozithola khona zishisa. I am your host Manqoba Ngcobo, all the way from Ekresa. Namhlanje bafethu nginiphathele zona zishisa. So bafethu, if you like the channel, please make sure to subscribe. If you are new to the channel, subscribe, like the video. Do comment down below ngitshela ukuthi ucabanga nge-content engisuke nginilethele yona. But first namhlanje, as you can see ukuthi I am not that good. This video I was supposed to make it yesterday, but I was not in a good mood because Kaizer Chiefs lost. I mean, I take Kaizer Chiefs very personally, so I just switch off everything and went straight to bed because I was not good. I was angry. Yeah, so that's why I'm doing this video today. But we'll be looking at which position Kaizer Chiefs should adjust, which errors did Kaizer Chiefs made against Golden Arrows, and who was the best player, who was the bad player, mistakes again and again and again. And we'll also look the side of Golden Arrows with how did they play? Did they actually challenge the Kaizer Chiefs? So let's start with the first point. What really went wrong on that game? What went wrong? Because I thought Golden Arrows on the first 10 to 15 minutes, like they were all over us. I won't lie, they were just all over Kaizer Chiefs. Kaizer Chiefs seems clueless with what is happening. The players were not running, they were not pressing, they were just all over the place. And that time FNB Stadium vezane wabukeka ngathi inkulu kunama-players yabo. So players were not that energetic. I don't know why, but the first 10 to 15 minutes, Golden Arrows were on to us. They were just pressing, they were just playing the ball as if they are the ones who are at home and they are the ones who must win the game. Kaizer Chiefs didn't seem like they are up for the challenge. Up to the point where maybe around 17 minutes, they started picking up the position, playing the ball, try to attack. One thing I noticed about Kaizer Chiefs, they don't want to waste too much time on the ball. When they get the ball, they just attack. And when they attack, they make sure they create those chances. Nobo had chances, Duba had chances, and we didn't use them. So yeah, so I want us to check what really went wrong on that match. Who should be blamed? Although we don't have to blame players, but there is that one player or two who didn't perform at their best. And I think the first player I'll be looking at, I think the number 10, Ungcobo, was not that. The Ungcobo we know was not, maybe it's a match fitness, but he was not really good on that game. But he tried, but he was not that really good. We know, and those chances he missed, we should have buried the Golden Arrows early in the first half. You see now what Kaizer Chiefs really want have to sign attacking midfielder, because when Chislet is not there, you can see what Chislet and also Mduduzi Shabalala is still trying to get some fitness, match fitness. He's only came back. Yeah, I think Kaizer Chiefs should go all in for attacking midfielder. We just saw good, yeah, we are lacking. And if you realize where the goal came from, the side of the goal, it came on our left back. Frosler was nowhere to be seen. I think Kaizer Chiefs were attacking, and then Golden Arrows came back with the ball, and then Frosler was nowhere to be seen. The guy just ran past everyone, and he had a lot of space in that right wing flank, and it is our left back. He had lot of time, lot of green space to run into. He was just running alone. No one was checking him. Uh, he cuts inside, and then Peterson thought the guy will like cross the ball, and then uh, he was caught, unfortunately, in his near post. So I didn't like that goal we conceded, because we always concede those weak goals. Even the last game against the Kruger United, that goal was defendable, was not that hard, but was defendable. And then also it had a rebound, came back to a player of Kruger United, and then they capitalized on that. But it was not that hard worked goal. It was just a weak goal. Kaizer Chiefs should have dealt with. And also in this game against Golden Arrows, we conceded a weak goal. This goal we weren't supposed to concede. I think Brendan Peterson made a mistake of thinking that the ball would be crossed and leaving so much space. Up and adding to that, no one was really covering that space. Defenders were not there. They thought their keeper was covered, somehow. Riff Rosler, nowhere to be seen. Gone nje. I think Kaizer Chiefs should also look for a left back, because we really need a left back. We really need a left back. If Brady Cross is not there, you can see what we are struggling. Brady Cross might not be good as Frosler going forward, but surely defensively, maybe he could have done better on that goal. Maybe he could have prevented the player, maybe foul him, or maybe anything. But Frosler was not there. And Frosler takes time to recover. When he's not like Tabiso Munyan. When Tabiso Munyan goes forward, he likes come back and then help the defense. Uh, and also that Riff Frosler was playing with Batman on that wing. That didn't help us, because Batman doesn't really love to come back and defend. He always wants to play forward. He's not really a winger. He's more of an attacking midfield. So he's not that used on to that position. So I think that's where Kaizer Chiefs leg. The left side of our team was not up for defensive duties, but they were up for attacking duties. So I think also our number six should have covered that space when Frosler is up. But I don't know what happened really, because if a fullback goes up, a number six should be covering those spaces. But I don't know what happened with Umta Singh. So I think Kaizer Chiefs should try to fix that. A left back is needed at Kaizer Chiefs. That position is lacking some depth. Another thing I want us to talk about, what was lacking. We are coming to Umncoma Badlali, we are coming obviously, but I want us to look the lacking position and what went wrong, really went wrong. I think our striking force was not that okay last game in that Golden Arrows game. Duba played well, but Duba, as I said in my starting lineup build-up video, Duba is not that. In that game, we needed Silver. Silver was needed there just to stay there on the box. Duba loves to come back and collect the ball or run through spaces from wing to inside, from inside to outside. We saw lots of that yesterday, and Golden Arrows defenders were up for that. They were ready for that. So I think we sishode nge-lenter striker who will stay on the box because Ikodero came in, but he did the same thing. You will see him in the middle field trying to get a ball and play the ball and then build from there. Where else Silva just stay in the box. And we had so many opportunities to cross the ball from Tabiso Munyane and Frosler. So many opportunities, like 3 crosses came in and then they didn't find anyone. So I think Kaizer Chiefs should also try to bolster the position, striking position, another lenter striker like Silva. Uh, I'm trying to think of another one. The midfield was not that exciting, was not that strong, and I think our coach made the subs late for the midfield. Made the subs late. We had to come back or from halftime, and then he must have that a, a really deep defensive number 6 Ndlovu or Mteto. He had to do that to just break the because Golden Arrows were just playing inside the box, were in the middle field, were all over us. They were just running through. They had lots of space. No one was like uh, no one was like cutting the chances they were creating, stopping the lanes of the passes. It was just fluidity for Golden Arrows, but our coach, I think he should have done better in substituting maybe Mtasing for Undlovu or Mteto to try to do that. And you saw Wusi after Ndlovu came in, there was stability or in that middle field. They were no longer playing the ball more in the middle field. They tried to play it wide areas. Yeah. So what can fix those problems? New signings, and our coach should not be too much friendly with players. If the player is not good on that match, you should sub him out and then put the player who you think will do a good job. Uh, what could fix that? Signing players. Kaizer Chiefs should sign 2 or 3 players. Left back, attacking midfielder, a striker. Those are the position I think Kaizer Chiefs should sign. What good happened on that match? What positive things we should take on that match? Firstly, I think Villarreal is improving. This season he will be improving a lot. You can see he's more matured now. When he has a ball, he doesn't want to run with it and then try to cut in and shoot it. No, he plays the ball. He wants to create chances. He cuts in inside and creates those chaotic moments inside the opposition box, which can cause penalties, panicking of the defenders. Yeah, I think he's he's maturing this season, and watch out for him. Another good thing I saw on that game is that Zita Konika. Zita is a good defender, but and after the goal we considered, Zita Konika turned into a master. He was playing as a number 8 because he was playing a box to box. He was up front, back defending. Up front, Zetokonika is a really good defender, and that experience of his will like help Kaizer Chiefs very much this season. I'm telling you. Another positive thing is that let me see. Uh, is that our ball is different. We are no longer playing those long balls. Like our ball is kind of decent now. We just like the equipment to play that Fernando the Cruz ball. We like there's someone who has that confidence of connecting every player on the field. I know Mabuya can do it, but he need that partner who can also be like, I'm connecting a back line with midfielders, with strikers, with wingers. Yabo. So I think it's coming there. By the end of the season, we'll see what Kaizer Chiefs were cooking. Uh, and also, I want to say that Golden Arrows were playing really good. It's not like they were just playing bad. They played really good. Their game plan was good. They didn't just sit at the back, and even after they scored, they were attacking. They were still attacking. They didn't sit at the back and wait for Kaizer Chiefs to come at them. No. Uh, Golden Arrows were really good. I think that's it for this video, but yeah. I think tomorrow will be for another video talking about the game against this Kokone United, which we are playing on Wednesday. And by the way, Kaizer Chiefs, after the Wednesday game, have like 2 games, 2 days or 3 to rest. Let me check. Yeah, we are playing on Wednesday against this Kokone United, and then on Saturday we are playing against Sundown. So I think Fernando de Cruz should do some rotation, save his trusted players some rotation to rest them for the Mamelodi Sundowns game. But we are not talking about that one right now. We are saving that video for the next video. Thank you for watching the video. If you do enjoy the video, do comment down below, like the video, and also subscribe to the channel. See you on another one. Danko.